Do it again.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel. Where are you going, Daniel? You did it to me again last night. Daniel, bedtime. Because I get stuck into my game or the internet, and then you're gone for.
Well,
you just go, I'm going to bed.
I have to remind you.
It's like 10 minutes of just you getting ready for bed, me doing my thing. And then you're in bed, you got your bonnet on, all the lights are off, and you just yell. Like, why can't I stay up? It's like...
It's not allowed.
It's not even...
It's not even a question. But the thing is, you do come to bed. So you don't say no.
All right. Okay. Because I know you like...
I do.
I know you like going to bed at the same time. Then I don't want to, and I think it's better. But it's just funny. And also, I think that it's better because if I'm not told, I might just stay up.
Well, that's the thing.
And then I'll be tired tomorrow.
Like a kid.
Yeah. What are you looking at on your phone?
Pilates.
Oh, have you got to book the class in?
I do.
Why is it so annoying that you have to book? They make you book it in.
Well, how else would we be in it?
I don't know. Just rock up. Why do you have to do admin? You know?
Well, otherwise we wouldn't get a space. It would you just have to fight for it.
Oh, well, that's just maybe they should do that. Everybody just rock up. Guys, okay, and the class is at 3 and just beat the shit out of each other. And whoever the weakest link is will not get a space.
That would be brutal.
No, it's just annoying. I've never done gym classes. I don't do gym classes or anything like that. I would find it so annoying. I used to do yoga.
Yeah, did you like it?
You're still so locked into fucking Pilates. This is the other thing is it's such a long process.
I know.
Anytime you do this, it's like half an hour.
Well,
They're like, and do you have any allergies? I told you last time, no, I don't have any allergies. Right. Did you book it in?
Yeah.
Right. Did they send you a confirmation message?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do they go, and here's the code. Here's the code for when you arrive. Just say that code at the door.
The secret
password. And then you get there and they're like, no, right, now just fill out this form and do the booking confirmation here. And you go, when do we do Pilates? You go, we don't do Pilates. That's week 6. The first 5 weeks is just general admin about getting into the class. It's so annoying. It's just a long process and it annoys me.
Oh. Anyway, that was gym chat.
That was gym chat. Good episode. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Are you going to put the intro on?
Yep. But what I'm scared of
What?
is I can't remember which fucking button it is, and I'm scared.
Oh, well.
What button is it? It's not green.
Time.
It's not green.
It happens every time.
Mm-hmm, I'm scared.
Is it yellow?
I think it's orange.
Okay, go for orange.
Here we go. What?
Ready?
Maddie kicking us off
God.
in 3, 2, 1.
Hello? I didn't kiss anyone. Hi, Tyler. You're the real bad boy.
Anyone want a titty squeeze? Hell yeah.
I can't believe you got that right.
Hell yeah. Thank goodness. Otherwise that would have been a whole nightmare, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Remember That. It's episode 39.
Wow.
I am so wiped out. Are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling tired.
It's this morning, you know?
What?
Oh, just the gym. I think I went too hard.
Well, you usually do. I
know.
always try to talk you down at the gym.
Well, I get a pre-workout
Go
and I get all
right on.
excited. I'm like, I'm Iron Man.
God, he's embarrassing at the gym.
Oh, no.
We go together on Sundays. You make noise the whole time. And I'm sitting there like just quietly trying to do my reps and sets.
Yeah. And then I high five everyone after my
So
set. I do a lap of the gym and I go,
Gym!
Oh.
Gym!
Yeah.
Gym!
And then, he'll do his dances and victory laps.
I do,
and-
yeah.
Oh, it's just...
It's embarrassing. Yeah, this
It is
morning I was quite
embarrassing.
loud.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
you
it
are.
hurt. That machine hurt.
Well, you shouldn't do it so heavy. It's unnecessary.
And I think what bothers you more is it's not just me being loud, it's the kind of noise I make. You know?
Yeah.
Which I go, like that's...
so
I
piercing.
want to do that once.
Don't.
just everyone be like, what the fuck?
And I have to come around.
You're
and
loud too.
Correct your technique.
You do, yeah. You're loud too. You come out all fucking... You can't bend your leg. Fucking... And then you're like, come on.
Anyway.
Yeah, guys.
What are we talking about?
We're a gym couple. We exercise
No,
together.
we go once a week.
Yeah.
Together, I mean.
Okay, so...
We do our own thing during the week.
Okay, well, do we have any dirty laundry to air?
Like with your new segment.
My new segment?
That you invented.
I meant it last week. Maybe it's a one and done. We just did it once.
Have you got any gripes?
No.
You did flood the bathroom today. And I really was wondering how that happened. And I
actually don't know.
I still don't know. You should know because you did it.
I think I had the shower on and the shower door was open.
Oh.
And then...
It's the hideous bathroom crime.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
The bath mat is soaked.
It seems to be wherever we live, we are doomed to a wet bathroom.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be wet. You know, it's a wet room.
It's a wet room.
In general. But, you know, you want to be able to go in there and not soak your socks.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, everyone. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. That's what this segment turns into.
That's what I was gonna
Like
say.
just a full-on domestic and then go, and that was laundry. All right, let's go into In the Weeds. Just like, well, I'm sorry, Maddie. That is the laundry segment. Okay. Let's get over to In the Weeds.
Well, we have had some home upgrades since yesterday because my mum's came over.
Yeah.
And my mum's partner, she is quite the handyman. She brought her tools.
Yeah.
She put up some curtains.
We have
for
curtains
us.
now. Thank God. We didn't have
Our
curtains.
front door is basically just a glass sliding door, so everybody could just see straight into
Which
our
sucks
house.
because I like
And
to
they
walk
had
around
no
naked.
curtains. They're like, what did the last people do?
They just didn't.
Just didn't have any.
They're just like,
They had kids and everything. Anyway, so we got curtains, and she fixed a hole in the wall.
what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know she fixed that.
And she put a
When
door
did she do
stopper
that?
on so it wouldn't happen again.
Oh, shit,
He's only just noticing this.
I knew she did the door stopper. Did she actually fix that hole?
Yeah.
Oh my God. When did she do that?
Yesterday. You were in
she
the
paint it?
room. No. It's not painted yet.
To just lacquered it up. I keep getting it wrong.
Patched it.
What is it called?
Spackle.
Why do I call it lacquer?
What's similar?
I try. It's similar. Okay, tradie. Yeah, similar. You get that lacquer. I don't know
We
if
did go to my favourite place, Bunnings, yesterday.
Yeah. Tradie Maddie was in full gear. I was joking that when we get there, you just get up there, you just go up to the guy working there and go, "Hey mate, you got a 32 mil?" Like not even saying what it's for. You got a 32 mil, mate? A 32 mil for what? Is Trevor in? Yeah, you must be new.
Get Trevor for me.
Yeah, Trevor for me.
I paged him over the intercom. Oh, Trevor.
Trevor, you in? Yeah.
He'll know what it's for.
And I nearly got kicked out.
Yeah,
Because I was just
you
I
were
don't
being way too
well
flamboyant
Bunnings.
in
Yeah,
Bunnings.
Bunnings. I just run around and I'm just like a silly.
You
know,
are.
I can't. I'm just
yeah.
disruptive to what everyone's trying
Knock
to do.
things off the shelves.
Yeah, I was talking about you guys loudly in the next aisle because I could hear that you were in front of me, like through the what is it? The metal thing, you know,
The shelves.
the shelves. Yeah, thank you. This is how out of place I'm at.
Scaffolding.
This is how out of place I'm at Bunnings. I didn't even know they called
I
shelves.
know. not quite a handyman, are you?
No.
Well, we all have our skills.
Well, 100% because we watched Poop Cruise last night, the
We
Netflix
like
documentary.
to call it Poop Deck.
Was it Poop Cruise? Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Yeah, we
But,
were calling it Poop Deck, but I
it's
think
on
it
Netflix.
is Poop Cruise.
I would recommend it. It's a pretty interesting watch.
It's
Actually a good
doco.
It's a good
I
doco.
enjoyed it.
But it's so funny because these people are like, it's like you take the toilets of a cruise ship and just like what happens. You know?
Yeah,
well, it's
you
not
take
just
one
the
thing
toilet;
away.
it was the power. But it was just what a fucking nightmare.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Really
But I
was.
said, speaking of skills, I was like, because they were all, you know, after what, like a few, I don't want to spoil it, but after a few days at sea, everybody started to like lose their minds. And I was like, I would just be trying to entertain everyone, you know?
Yeah, of course you would.
In a post-apocalyptic scenario, I'll be like, don't worry, guys.
I'm the entertainment.
I'm the entertainment. Hi, guys.
Well,
I'd be dead in half an hour. Kill me. Then burn
we
me
would
at the
just do
stake.
live podcast episodes.
Yeah, 100%. Nothing's plugged in.
It wouldn't be.
So it's out tomorrow, guys. And
Those poor people. Force them to listen to us.
yeah. Do we have an In the Weeds?
Yeah, I have a couple of things to talk about. Oh, but before we get to that, I wanted to address we made a TikTok. Well, you made a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have anything to do with the social.
Yes.
I don't have anything to do with much except for
Yeah,
just talking.
because I made a bunch of shorts from our clips. I spent a long time on them. I put them up. Some of them did, you know, pretty well.
Yeah.
One of them got like 10,000 views on YouTube or something.
Wow.
So I've started putting them up on TikTok.
Danny comes to me. He's like, "Oh, we got some views on our video, and some people commented." And I was like, "Show me the comments." And one of the comments was, "What video was it?"
It was me talking about Pokemon.
Oh yeah, because I didn't know
What Pokemon was.
a certain Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we got this really funny comment where a guy just goes, "Get her out the podcast."
Get her out the podcast.
And it really,
That was the comment.
Really tickled
Get her out the
me.
podcast.
Get her out the podcast.
And I was like, I don't think it works with just me.
I loved it. We want to get him on. We want to get him to say it on the podcast.
So you can follow us on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
If you're on TikTok.
Follow us on Talk.
Yeah.
Is that what the kids call it?
I don't know.
The Talk?
The Talk?
Oh, they should. That was a good one.
Was that what the kids call it? Well, they should. Well, they should,
I don't
Daniel.
know why it's the same
like
amount of
angry,
syllables.
like I'm responsible for it. Well, they should, Daniel. All right, should we In the Weeds?
Sure.
Now it's personal.
In the Weeds with Maddie.
Welcome back to In the Weeds with Maddie. This is everybody's favourite segment where we talk about the life and times of Maddie's out in the weeds of her job of indoor and outdoor plant maintenance. Sometimes she has gripes, sometimes she acts like a cop, and other times she's just listening into people's conversations in the office and coming back and reporting it here. What did you get up to this week, Maddie? How was work?
Some interesting things happened this week. First one was I was in a business and it was around lunchtime. Sometimes I interrupt like the kind of office lunchtime, which is tricky sometimes because they'll come in and they'll be having a group lunch, like they've all ordered pizza and they're all sitting around the table.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It's a bit awkward. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry guys, just me."
Sorry, just
squeeze past you.
And do you have your little water spray and you start spraying the pizza? Sorry, that's bad for you. Sorry. You know, you're like, sorry, those microbes will get near the plants. Sorry, we're gonna have to. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Why is this pizza here?
Well, no, this wasn't one of those, but a group of them were having KFC.
Oh, KFC for lunch at an office?
Yeah.
Wait. Was this like they ordered it for the office?
Must have been. I think so.
What are we talking, like a 20-piece feed, or did everyone have their own little bag? I need to know.
No one had their own little bag.
This was like, hey guys,
It
let's
was
get KFC for lunch for the office.
But it was a small group of them.
How many?
I don't know, 5 maybe.
Okay.
So maybe they
Buckets of chicken?
Oh, yes.
That's not a good office lunch thing.
Okay.
You're going to feel lethargic. You're going to feel... Oh.
I'll report back.
Can you give me the number of
I'll
this
tell
place?
them.
Yeah. No, go on.
Guys, bad lunch choice. But that wasn't the weird thing. One of them, they had a popcorn chicken, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
She put the pieces on the table.
Just
She was eating them off the table.
just on the table. No napkin.
No.
Just naked on the table.
Yeah, nude on the table.
Wow. No protection. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to not sit here and pretend like I'm above that. Okay?
No, you wouldn't be.
I would eat popcorn chicken off
The floor.
the floor,
You would.
the couch,
Yeah.
you know,
I've seen you do it.
that office desk, you know. But at the office in front
yes.
of did it raise any eyebrows? Was anyone like, oh, get a load of Angela?
Not that I could tell. I wasn't staring.
But
I thought that would
You were
be
taking
a bit
notes?
rude.
Taking note.
I was
You're like,
taking
Is
notes.
anyone going to comment on this? I've got a segment on my podcast I need to talk about.
Can I get a comment?
Can I get a quote from someone? You, sir, have you got any responses to that?
But I just thought, funny choice, right? Because there was still pieces of popcorn chicken in the tub, in the little cardboard packet.
But she wanted her own little pile.
yeah.
Yeah.
But from what I could
because
tell,
you don't want to be a fatty and keep reaching over.
No.
Yeah.
But that was her packet. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a big.
So she had her own little packet of popcorn chicken, and she took the popcorn chicken pieces out,
Yeah.
and instead of hurling them into her mouth, she put them on the table.
Why wouldn't you just eat them out of the box?
We're gonna need more information and updates on this woman, because I think I think what we're talking about now will be used in a Netflix doco. And they're gonna be like, they saw the riverbed killer or something like that. I think she's a serial killer. Like, that's nuts.
It's very strange.
That's
behaviour.
crazy.
Yeah.
So she just,
Excuse me, I will just put this little pile in front of me.
Yeah, because there were 2 or 3 pieces on the
Everything
table.
is in order.
Yeah, and then the rest was in the box
Did you just go over and go,
next to her.
Excuse me.
no, you're vegetarian.
Yeah, well, so that was the first.
That's a
weird
really
thing.
strange, yeah. And it obviously caught your eye.
It did. I was very confused by it. What?
It would just be so funny if you just sitting there going,
Get a load of this bitch, huh?
like you just called her out.
Look at this bitch. Huh? Oh, popcorn table, huh?
Start roasting it. Yeah. I'd
That
keep an
was a
eye on
weird
that.
one,
Please
right?
remember what office it
I'll
is, the
try.
date, the time. I would actually just report this to the police. Let's be honest. Just
Going
just
straight
see
to
if
the
she
police.
comes up she's going to come up in the database. Go, yes, yeah, we have a warrant for her arrest at the moment. Actually, she has federal charges. She's killed 5 people. No, sorry, go on.
Now, so the other thing was I overheard a phone conversation.
Yeah.
There was a guy, and you tell me who you think he was talking to.
All right.
He goes, anyway, I just wanted to touch base and say I love you.
Was he on the phone?
He was on the phone. So I can't imagine he was talking to a partner because you don't really say touch base.
I
to a
reckon that's cute. I reckon that's his girlfriend, and he's being cute and going, I'm gonna joke and say a little corporate lingo for you. You know. Anyway, I just wanted to touch your base and so
touch your base.
Anyway, I just wanted to touch your base.
Because I wasn't sure because I thought maybe it would be a parent because that's maybe something you'd say to a parent.
You think he'd say, "I just wanted to touch base and say I love you"?
Maybe.
What was
we
it?
hadn't spoken for a while.
Was the office on fire? Why is he
touch
just like?
base though? It's a weird.
Well, what
one.
was that? Like, how was it said? I think the delivery will give us more context.
Casual.
Anyway, I just wanted to touch base and say that I love you. And
Bit
what was the
slower
next?
than that.
Anyway, just wanted to touch base and say that I love you.
Yeah, something like a bit like
And
that.
then what
yeah.
happened?
And then, well, I was just walking past, so I didn't really hear any more of the conversation, but it intrigued me. Yeah.
We need to give you some more support within the weeds with Maddie. I think we need to invest in. Maybe we could do a crowdfunding of like listening in devices. Like we could set up. You know what I mean?
More technology.
Yeah. Like we can just live tap into
Because you
it.
need so much more information when I bring these things.
Or
to
if you're
you.
feeling bold, just go up and go.
So, what the fuck was that about? What,
Imagine.
Hey, buddy. You talking to your mom
Who
or
are
your
you talking
girlfriend?
to? I need to know.
I need to know.
Here you go. Give him a sticker. We should get stickers. Podcast. You go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Just tap the QR code.
stick them up around the office. I get in trouble with my work. They're like, Maddie, what are you doing with these stickers? Leaving them everywhere.
That's so funny.
And anyway, so the last thing I will say that I've really got myself into a bit of a predicament with so I do 2 different Westfields.
Yeah, you do.
And there's so many plants at Westfields.
Yeah.
It's a big job and I always end up having to do like quite a few sort of, if plants are like struggling or dying, we have to change them over. Like that's a big part of the job.
That's a big part of the job.
For a new plant. So I've made the mistake of sometimes we give the old plants to members of staff.
Yeah.
Like just as a sort of
So the ones
present.
that are kind of dying or like...
Yeah, like ones that are sad or they don't look good anymore.
Okay.
Or they're really old.
People want to take them?
Yeah.
Because they what? Want to bring them back to life?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
They want them for their house. Every now and then we'll give them to members of staff if they come and ask us or, we'll just kind of leave them for people. But, now the staff members have figured that out.
Oh, no.
So
Word's gotten round.
Word has gotten around.
Oh, shit. They're
that I have
eyeing you off every time.
that I have quite a few plants, secondhand plants that I want to get rid of because if I keep them, it's kind of making more work for me. Like I sort of have to keep them in my van and take them back to
Yeah, I know. Our fucking front yard is full of plants. I swear to God, it's becoming a forest out there every time I walk in.
But it's
I'm like,
not always like that.
like, did we get new plants? You're like, shut up, Daniel.
They come and go.
Yeah.
So I do use them. And so now they've just started following me around. I see them everywhere.
Do you turn
I
around
go.
and look at them and they go, they pretend to be looking at a shelf or something?
They do stay pretty close to me, I will say,
wow.
because they, it's sort of a competition between them of who gets the plant.
Wow.
And I don't, I want to make it equal and share them around,
No.
but a lot of them, they get greedy.
You are in such a position of power.
I don't like the responsibility of it.
Who are the staff? Like,
A lot of them are the cleaning staff, so and they are kind of everywhere. If they see me with a plant, they're pretty bold about it. They'll ask me and they'll scoot out the door, grab a trolley from somewhere and take it from me on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really funny.
See, I was hoping it was like, you working at Donut Dan or something like that. It's like the Donut Dan stuff. And I'm like, well, how many donuts are you going to give us? That's what I was thinking. There could be some sort of trade thing.
But you know what was really sweet is I gave a couple of plants to one of the cleaners and she was very sweet and she goes, can I have your number? 'Cause
I want to get more plants.
yes, but also she was like, can I have your number because I want to get you a little present. And I was like, you don't have to do that.
She's like, no, I want to. And then you just hear from a text, I need more plants. It's just like there's never like it was just a trick. Lilies and on level 3 outside Gloria Jeans.
She did request.
They're yours?
She did request a specific plant.
just starts asking you for other shit. Can you do my gardening?
You come over to my house. Actually, a lot of the customers do say that to me. They're like, "You come do mine," and I always go, "I'd love to." That's my standard response.
One day you're going to snap from that. One day you're going to go get a golf club out and just start beating the shit out of their car. They'll be like, "Oh, you could come and do my gardening," and then you'll just look at them and then you'll go. I made that so long ago and I've been waiting for the perfect moment to use it. I made it so long ago. And every week I've just been like, so did you have any more incidents at work?
Anything else? Anyone
anything happen?
been annoying you lately at work? Anyway, so
this
moving
week,
on to
our topic
your
today.
musical choices /
hello.
preferences as a child.
Mine is very different to yours. I don't have as many like Mongolian throat singing or, all of
Just a
that kind of
little
stuff. But there is, the big sort of thing was definitely Christian Bible music, because I'd go to Sunday school, preschool. So the weird thing is that I know so much of the lyrics still to this day. They're just burned into my brain.
Well, do you want to sing us one?
Well, here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to fart on your face. That's the words, Maddie. That's the words.
Was that Jesus singing or?
About farting on your face?
Yeah. Like, whose
No.
perspective is that from?
I don't think any church songs are in the perspective of Jesus.
Oh, really?
That would be insane.
I thought they all would be.
No, they're all in the perspective of you singing praise to God.
Right. Okay.
That would be
makes
so
more
funny if it
sense.
was like, I'm Jesus and I'm a badass and
Water into wine. You know the rock songs that they do?
they
about,
do. Yes, they do. They do.
Hillsong is a big
There was
one.
one that actually kind of slapped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them do
No.
slap.
There was one that it was as a rap song. I'll never forget it.
Was this one you heard recently or
No.
as a kid?
This was as a kid in youth group.
Mm-hmm.
This one I just remember the beat was really cool.
Can't find it.
No, I can. I found it. I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah. Check it. Oh, hang on. I want to double check. Hang on, listen to this.
I used to be a thug, but now I'm a believer. I used to be a thug, I know God is real. I used to be a thug, but now I'm a believer. No more thug and no more deal.
Yeah, okay. So let me just have a look here. I want to just see if this guy actually is a Christian. Because when I'm looking at that, I'm like, Kanye West had Jesus Walks, and he's, you can call him that. Oh, no. He's a Christian hip-hop artist. Yeah. Okay. Wow, he's old there. So that was like one song that I heard in youth group, and I was like, yeah, Christian's cool, man. And I've all and they did like metal. We used to go to, it was like Christian music festivals, Maddie.
Yeah.
And we went there.
Oh,
They were
went.
nuts.
Was it fun?
Some of them were fun, yeah. Some of them were
Yeah.
fun, but it was so funny because everything was like, but it's Christian.
Yeah.
So I remember they had, unless I'm thinking of something else. So there was like break dancers, but they're Christian. There was skaters and BMXers
But they're
doing stunts,
Christian.
but they're Christian.
So does that mean they have to be more sensible? Or what's the caveat there?
No, I think
But
they
they
were still like badass. Like I think that was what was cool about it. They would get kids to this thing and be like, "See, it's cool. It's cool to worship the Lord."
And they just
all that
do
stuff.
the cross at the start and at the end.
Yeah, I
or-
think the festival was called. Yeah, they do the cross symbol at the end. I think the festival was called Planet Shakers. That was one of them. No. And I remember Joel Turner. Do you remember Joel Turner?
I do remember Joel
Because
Turner.
he's a Christian. I don't know if he
did
still
not
is.
know that. He's
yeah.
a beatboxer.
He's a beatboxer, and he had that song. These kids. I never knew the words. These kids, Joel Turner.
I don't remember that one. I remember.
You don't remember? What do you mean you don't remember that one?
maybe I
this was
do.
his only one.
Oh,
Did he have
okay.
other songs?
Maybe I do know it.
I don't remember that one. What do you mean?
I only know his back catalogue. I'm a huge Joel Turner fan.
See, I didn't know the lyrics.
Right, no, I do know this one.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes, okay. And is this a Christian song?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But he was on Australian Idol.
He
wasn't
was, yeah. Or was it Idol or X Factor?
See, you know what's really funny? Songs that I heard as a kid, and for years I thought and would sing lyrics.
Yeah.
You're already nodding your head. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
And then later, much later, you
Yes.
find out, oh, that's not how the song goes. That's
Yes.
not the lyrics and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I always thought that this song, maybe I knew, but I always thought that this song, the lyrics were, these kids trapped in a travel lodge. Like I thought it was about kids who got trapped somewhere when they went snowboarding or something.
God.
Trapped in a travel lodge, the phones don't work. They're trying to call home. Nobody knows. You know?
What are the words?
Hang on.
You're like, oh, it
All
is.
these
It is
kids
Travelodge.
Oh, sorry, it is. It's oh no, it's actually Trapped in the Holiday Inn. Trapped in a Struggling. I don't know.
Well, my version of that was, I thought it was, you know, the song, "Be boys, fly girls, put your hands
Oh, yes, I
in
can't
the
wait.
air."
What did you think it was?
I thought it was "Be boys like girls."
That's an easy mistake to make. Yeah.
But I got ridiculed so hard for it.
I don't know if I told you about this the other day, but I genuinely, and I cannot remember who it was, but I genuinely remember getting into an argument with someone about, and this is similar to your ones, the B-Boys Fly Girls. Like I don't know why you got ridiculed for it. Like that's such an easy, it's so similar. I don't know if I told you this, but I fucking cannot remember who it was, but it was Miss Jackson by Outkast,
Yeah.
where they were saying, no, it's never meant to make you down or cry. Whereas the lyrics, daughter cry, but they were so confident that I was like, fuck, is it? And I'm pretty sure this was when we were kids, so you couldn't, you know what I mean?
Couldn't look it up.
You couldn't really look it up.
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty clearly daughter.
Well,
Okay,
see,
I mean,
yeah, let's say that again.
The way it's
listen.
yeah. I see.
But the whole song
I
is
see.
about, you know,
Yes.
I'm saying
Jackson-
sorry.
Yeah, sorry to her mom.
Because especially there's another one, the and your daughter got
Your
a special
daughter.
thing going on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so there's that. But I want to go back to Planet
It's not
Shakers.
as clear as I thought it was. yeah.
I want to go back to Planet Shakers because what was interesting, they'd always have some like big guest, you know.
Big Christian guest.
Yeah, like somebody sort
Carrie
of.
Underwood.
No. So, they had Joel Turner performing, but I remember the person that they came, so they'd have some big sort of notable or whatever
Jesus.
guest.
Guys, please put your hands together for our special guest, Jesus Christ. Welcome, Jesus.
Oh, God, that was really funny.
I don't think Jesus was a musician, though, so I think that would have
No.
been disappointing.
They'd have somebody come and give the sermon. Like
that
the
would be
talk.
good.
It would be
if
Jesus.
They could
No.
get Jesus.
But the one that I
I don't
remember.
know why they couldn't.
The one that I remember was they had, I think her name's Rachel Scott, her dad, and she was one of the kids that was killed in the Columbine High School massacre.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And apparently her whole big thing, I think it's Rachel Scott, let me look it up. Yeah, her name was Rachel Scott. I mean, I think the big sort of part of the sermon was the shooters went up to her and said, and they were asking kids before they killed them, do you believe in God?
Really?
And she said yes. And she apparently watched somebody get killed for saying yes and then still said yes.
Ooh.
That's allegedly.
Wait,
yeah.
so she was murdered?
She was murdered. Yeah, she was one of the kids.
And how do they know? Oh, the witnesses,
Witnesses,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, her dad was like giving the talk and stuff. They'd
Right.
always have like they'd always get these big guest speakers to come and give the sermon. And I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but the one that I remember, which really as like a young kid, I was like, whoa, and got so influenced by, was at Christian City Church. They had a guy whose claim was that he was in the Italian mafia. Like in America, and that he was a born again Christian who was a gangster.
Okay.
And I remember his sermon was so like, we used to have to go break guys' backs with baseball bats. We used to have all of this stuff. And then anyway, I remember years later looking up and being like, whatever happened to that guy?
Mm.
And then you Google his name.
It was a scam.
Well, there was all this stuff that was basically like that guy was not in the mafia. He wasn't
He
in, he
lied.
didn't do anything like that. Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Wow, there was a scam.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a bit of a side note and away from music. But yeah, so Planet Shakers was like early teens. But as a kid, other than Christian music and me having a tantrum to New Kids on the Block, I think when I started to like music, I was having a think about this, and the earliest, honestly, that I can remember, of being like, oh, I like this music and I like this band, was Blink-182.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was influenced by my mate Chris, who lived up the road. but let me just double check. Okay. The Blink-182 were active from 1992.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But Blink-182, the thing that I remember about Blink-182... Oh, shit, that's actually a really good point.
What?
Something that I just fucking remembered that was played in our car all the time on road trips and stuff because Matt and Darren would commandeer the music was the Offspring.
Okay.
Do you know the Offspring?
Not well.
Do you know any of their music?
What's their most famous song?
Let's have a look. This is probably one of their most famous songs. You don't know it? Hang
Don't
on.
think so.
Let's let it kick in.
What's it called?
You gotta keep them separated.
Sure.
Don't know it?
Yes. Was not as on my radar as S Club 7, I will
Yeah,
say
well,
that.
see, I had a lot of boys in the house.
Yes, you did.
I had, and
I
the
had a lot of
90s,
girls.
the 90s was teenage angst, right?
Yeah.
Then the 90s was like, so that was
Nirvana.
Matt and I was going to just say that you beat me to it.
No, I liked a bit of Nirvana. at
Yeah,
one
well, the
point.
90s was definitely.
Oh, Evanescence
you
was
know.
my version of Nirvana, I think.
What's that? Evanescence?
Yeah.
Work my up inside! But they were later, right?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
remember their songs being out when I was a youngish
So Darren,
teen.
I think Darren was super into Nirvana and
Yeah.
they were super into the Offspring and all of that kind of stuff. And then I think when I was starting to have, and so I would kind of secondhand be like, yeah, cool. Then when I was
Because
starting,
your big brothers were into it.
yeah, but
of
then
course.
I think the first thing where I was like, where I don't even know if Matt and Darren liked this band, to be honest. And if I was to guess, I'd probably say no. Matt, text in if you did actually like Blink-182. But I remember Blink-182, that came out. My mum was like willing to, buy me a music CD.
Okay.
I think I
Music
can't
CD.
remember. I can't remember what I did. I don't know if I did chores or I was good at school or whatever. But she was like,
I can't imagine it was
Okay.
the latter, but can't imagine
there was
either.
something. She was rewarding me for something. We were on our way to
Buy the music
buy
album.
the music CD of Blink-182.
Is it Blink 182 or 82? I never know.
Blink-182.
Oh, it's not 182.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
Blink-182. Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Settled that.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
So we go up. I'm young, right? And I was just looking out, and this album came up 1999. And I go and I pick it up, and I give it to Mum, and Mum goes, no way.
Is this Blink 182?
Yep. And I'll show you why. Because that was the album cover.
It's a nurse.
It's a nurse.
It's a sexy nurse.
It's a sexy nurse.
Okay.
That was the album cover.
The breasts.
The
I see
breasts,
now.
everything.
It's
Mum,
like Britney Spears.
yeah,
A
Mum.
little bit. And she's snapping on a glove.
Yeah, I mean everybody will know. I think that's like an image that when people think of Blink-182.
Oh,
Now I don't know if it's
I
182. But yeah, Mum refused to get it for me.
That's
She was
funny.
like, no.
How old were you?
I would have maybe. Well, it came out in '99, so we're like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. But I mean,
A 9-year-old handing you that.
each
Yeah.
to their own, really.
So then there was a guy at church because this is when like internet downloading started to
Yes.
come out.
Yeah,
Like started to
LimeWire.
happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, it was before LimeWire. I think
Mhm.
it was Napster or like something else.
Oh,
Because
I never knew that one.
LimeWire was the one where it was easier to do yourself. But the first kind of file sharing services, so I don't know if maybe Napster, but there was one where you kind of had to be a computer nerd to actually do it. And I went to this guy at church and he was going to download it for me.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Naughty.
he never gave it to me. And I have a feeling Mum stopped him.
Really?
Yeah. I
How
never,
would she have known?
I don't know. Carol Giles was a hawk.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she overheard me or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, she wouldn't let me have it because, or maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he was like, do I really want to give this to a 10-year-old? I don't know.
Resourceful of you, though, to go to the church,
Well, he was talking about it. He was because I think he was into Colin Jarks was his name. He was into Blink-182 and like that kind of music. And I was like, oh, I love Blink-182. And then I was like, but my mum wouldn't give me the album because of the sexy nurse. And then he was like, don't worry, little 10-year-old, I'll get it for you. And
Why
then
do you guys have the same voice?
I don't know.
How old was Colin?
46? No, I'm joking. I don't know. No. I mean, he was
Older. 15.
Oh, no. He was a couple of years older.
Old
than
enough
me.
for the sexy nurse,
Probably.
I guess.
Probably, yeah. Maybe 16.
mum didn't
maybe.
mind
I
as
don't know.
much.
I don't know. But this was the thing. Like you were hanging out when you're at church. You're all a community. You're there every Sunday. And you were hanging out. Everybody was hanging out.
You
with
help each other out, don't you?
That's right.
You give each other the Sexy Nurse album.
100%. Now the next after Blink-182, the thing that I remember being obsessed with when I heard this song. I listened to it again and again
He's
and
very
again.
talented.
I just Eminem
Yeah.
just had an effect on me, and I think a lot of people
Had
my
you by the
age.
balls.
I think so, especially my God,
Which one?
this fucking song right here. This song, when it came out, I think I played this music video and I listened to this so many times.
Really?
I loved it. I think I was trying to teach. I would get obsessed with songs and be like, I want to know all of the lyrics to that
okay.
song, you know?
Did you know them all?
I think so. I think I could probably still do it.
Well, do you want to have a go?
Okay. All right. I've created a monster because nobody wants to. Oh, fuck.
No, he's. Very good.
So no. and then. I gave up straight away.
Stumbled on the first hurdle.
The thing.
Knocked them all down.
So then my next sort of phase.
You know, when you
What?
were doing that, I could kind of see you going back into your childhood brain, and
Yeah.
like even your voice turned into kind of like a child
Yeah.
monotone.
Yeah. And then immediately I was like, nah.
Your eyes sort of rolled up into your head.
I was there. I was
You were
I was teleporting back
Yeah,
there, and then
yeah,
I was
I
just
could
like, I
tell.
created a monster because nobody wants to something Marshall no more. They've got shady. No, I maybe
No.
never knew the
Okay.
words.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
you might have just thought you did.
Yeah. Well, my next phase of my music journey, that was when I started hanging out with Tim.
Oh,
He's him and Matt and Darren. We all, the Prodigy were really huge.
you
my
still
books.
love the Prodigy.
I've got a fucking tattoo of them on my leg. I love them. I've got a shirt. I go to every concert. I love them. And the Chemical Brothers. They're my two main guys. But then I won't talk about that heaps because there's not really a lot of. I don't want to just talk at you about music. But what I do want to talk about, because it's quite funny, was Nick Skitz. I got into heaps. Right?
Who's he again?
He's an Aussie DJ, and he used to do Skitz mixes.
Right.
And
Like as in
he's done like 50 of
what's
them.
a Skitz mix?
Well, yeah, that's so true. I say, he used to do
like,
Skitz
you know,
mixes, like you know what it is.
Yeah,
So it was like
the
Ministry of Sound. You know, they
Yes.
pulled out a DJ mix mixed
Okay.
by an artist,
Yeah.
and Nick Skitz would do his own one, and he'd do a
Okay.
mega mix up top.
Yeah.
You're so
No, it's coming back.
Yeah.
I think I listened to a bit of it.
Yeah,
Like, I think
hang
my
on, I'll put it
sister's
on.
boyfriend.
That makes so much sense. Say no more. 100%. But Maddie, believe me, in the 2000s, everyone's sister's boyfriend was into Nick Skitz.
Okay.
If you were a sister's boyfriend, I'm pretty sure by law you had to be into Nick Skitz.
Did he do the hamster dance? Was that anything?
I did like the hamster dance, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what? When I was sort of 16 and my sister was driving us around town, we used to pump the hamster dance.
Yeah. It was a great one. Here we go. So he'd do these little mega mixes.
Oh, what song is that? Because that was my jam, I think.
This one.
No, not this one. It reminds me of
Of
aerobics class at
every
the
sister's
gym.
boyfriend.
Well, yeah, that, but also
And all aerobics classes that are run by your sister's boyfriend. Come on, ladies! Come on,
And
ladies!
Superman,
Go,
and
go, here we go.
Superman.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
stardom.
All right. Gonna fuck your sister later. Yeah. She's not gonna get home too late. Yeah. Come on, lift legs up. All right. Tell your mum that she's not gonna be home till like 3 a.m. All right. And maybe we'll have sex in the car at the front of the house because I can't go to my place and we can't go into yours. Come on, girls. Rotate. 3 times. This is what I want to get to.
Oh God, finally, yeah.
And you're going to love this.
I already do.
And I'm going to regret telling you.
Oh no,
But Maddie,
Alanis Morissette,
no, it's not about the music that I was listening to.
Nelly Furtado.
It was about the way I was listening to it. Because I got to tell you, Maddie, when I got my license and I started driving, the first thing I did was upgrade the sound system. And I used to fucking drive around.
No. Oh no, you did not. I did. With your subwoofer. I did. Did you get a subwoofer?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, in
All
every...
the boys,
Yes.
they wanted a subwoofer.
Yeah.
What car did you have?
Oh, the
I
shitty...
hate-
This is the funny...
I hate
I was
it.
like, she might break up with
I
me.
hate it. Oh God, I hate it.
I know. So it was first in my dad's station Commodore station wagon that I blew the fucking head gasket off.
What?
I've broken so many cars.
Ow.
Because apparently,
The subwoofer.
did you know, apparently, here's a little car tip. By the way, I was very young when this happened.
Thank you.
Here's a little car tip. If you don't put the petrol cap back on,
Yeah.
you have to replace the petrol cap
Yeah.
because otherwise your head gasket will eventually blow.
I did not know this.
Well, it causes problems. Maybe there was a few other reasons why it blew, but
You lost the cap.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, I've
And
done
then I
that
just
before.
and then I just went, oh well. But it's like, no, you need to. There's something that does to the car.
Petrol will
apparently.
slosh out.
Oh, I think it's more about sealing it. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Matt would know.
Okay, good to know.
But anyway, and then I had a shitty Hyundai XL.
I had an XL.
Yeah, everyone had a fucking XL.
Yeah, I loved mine though. Didn't have power steering.
Mine was
It's okay.
Cherie's ex-boyfriend's car because he sold it to me.
Did he play Nick Skitz too?
No, but he did play wanky. He did play wanky dance music for sure.
Of course he did. In his XL, yeah.
Huh?
In his XL. You know what one of my favourite songs to play in the car / grind to in the club was?
Oh, here we go. Hang on.
There it is.
Yeah, go on.
Do you remember the song Swing?
Swing.
Don't make me sing it.
Hang on. Okay.
I can't
Tell me.
even remember who it was by.
You have to go. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna tip over, baby. Yo, baby, motivate. And let me see you.
Yes, exactly.
Let me see your hip swing. Yes, sir. Here's my ass in your face. Yeah, I'm gonna shake it, sir. And I'm going over to your end. Boom, boom.
I can so see that.
Oh, yeah, shake that ass and yeah, my name's Maddie and here's my ass in your face. You loved it?
Loved
I think
it.
all the girls did.
My favourite.
Chris Rock's got a really funny bit about in one of his specials. I can't remember which one it is, but he talks about you know how girls talk about misogynistic lyrics and all of that kind of stuff. But then they get into the club and they're like, "To the sweat right down my balls. All these bitches crowd."
This song is about me. We love it. We love that shit.
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
get
so true.
enough.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. So I would blast music.
Blast it.
Yeah, and I remember
You'd
once.
blast Nick Skitz in your XL.
Yes, but no one. You are not going to believe me. No one's going to believe me.
Okay.
No one's going to believe me.
What?
And yes, I did it with my windows down, but
Of course.
It was never, for me, no one's going to believe me. I'm just saying it. It was never about, I want people to think I'm cool. Genuinely, I just really...
I was just hot.
The aircon didn't work.
Probably.
And I didn't know how to turn down the speaker system. So I was driving.
I turned it up, ripped the knob off, and then I couldn't fix it. Sorry, I'm hot now.
Just laying your foot off the thing. Yeah, so I would drive around.
No, but sorry, I interrupted. Why did you do it?
Hang on. So I was driving around like this, going, I'm sorry. I don't know how to turn it down. Just driving around Sydney. Why did I do it? Because I loved listening to music and I loved listening to it loud.
Yeah, but wind the windows up.
I did a lot of the times.
Okay.
A lot of the times the windows were up.
But mostly they were down.
No. Sometimes they were down.
Why?
Because it was hot.
See? And the aircon wasn't great. I'm assuming. in the little XL, aircon's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
wow.
I just drive around with music playing, and I was just so. Oh, imagine if we met back then. You would have dumped me. And,
yeah. Look,
God.
I won't lie. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You did. You're like, I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself.
No,
But I just, I loved music.
But I mean,
I did.
I drove around town pumping the hamster dance with the windows down. So
yeah, but that was
can't be too
ironic and funny
disappointed.
and silly. And didn't you also drive around with your ass out the window? With
I love it.
just with your ass just out. It's not even shaking. You just like,
Look at it, wow!
Butt
There's
out.
my ass! Oh shit! Look at this and there's my ass! Look at it!
so yeah, I was a fuckwit. I was one of those guys.
Genuine fuckwit.
Yeah,
And you probably drove like a maniac too.
I wasn't a great driver.
Well,
I did. Yeah,
by
yeah,
how
yeah.
you drive
The thing that I
now.
used to do as well is
Not
I used to when
surprised.
Daft Punk Alive 07 came out. Oh my god, I was like this is the thing is albums would come out or certain albums, and I would just play them again and again and again.
Out the window.
Not
The
always
car.
out the window. Chemical Brothers, We Are the Night. I played that maybe 15,000 times.
Oh, but you had a speaker facing
The Prodigy
out
Experience
your bedroom
and
window
Daft Punk
as
Alive
well.
07. What's that?
Did you have a speaker facing out your bedroom
No.
window?
I didn't have any. No, I didn't have anything like that. No, but
How did you listen to music at home?
I kind of didn't.
Walkman?
I had
Discman?
an iPod Shuffle.
Did you?
Yeah. I had an
That's a bit
iPod Shuffle, and I
fancy.
used to listen to a lot of music on the way to school, and this is a really embarrassing to admit, but sometimes, and it's really embarrassing to admit. But then one day Cherie told me, or I might have told Cherie, vice versa, and one of us went, "Yeah, I do that too." And it might just be a really embarrassing thing, and I'm sorry to bring you under the bus with me, Cherie, and maybe everybody can relate to this, but sometimes I would hear music and be walking around and act like I'm in a music video.
Oh, I still do that.
I know you do. I know you do.
Not even a music video. I pretend I'm in a movie.
Yeah, sometimes I do
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I get a lot of creative ideas
think
when I'm doing that.
Everyone can relate
Yeah,
to that.
so I do that on the way to school.
That's cute.
Yeah, yeah,
What did
yeah.
you do? Like, did you
Just little
dance?
the robot, the
Yeah.
worm,
The
all that
worm
kind
on
of
the
stuff.
way to
No,
school.
no. I don't know.
On the
I don't know.
bus.
No. I just like mouth the lyrics of the words.
Did you guys have a communal like radio, like a portable, like a boombox
A portable one. Oh, yeah, I'm sure we did.
that you put batteries in?
And the
you can
CDs.
plug it
Yeah,
in
we
as
did, we
well.
did, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had one too, like
But
a,
I don't
like
ever
a
remember it
family-owned
getting.
one.
Yeah. I
We had
think
one of
so.
those.
Yeah, and you could record as
Yes,
well.
we did do that.
Yeah.
Record from the radio
What would you record?
onto tapes. Spice Girls mostly.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Just any song
you
I
make
liked.
your own little mixtapes and
Yeah,
stuff.
any song that came. You'd sit by it and the song came
Yep.
on the radio and you'd immediately press record.
Yeah, for sure. No.
We used to take the portable boombox with batteries in it, you know, the big old double D batteries. And we took it across the river with us. So after school, we'd go home, get changed straight away, grab the boombox, trudge down to the river, walk across, because you could walk across the wall. There's like a river.
Oh yes,
dam wall.
Yep.
We walked across the wall, went to the other side of the bank where the rope swing was.
Yep.
We'd all sit on the bank and watch each other jump off the rope swing and blast.
What? Wait, Maddie. Wait, let me guess. Let me guess what you lost.
No.
I'm sorry. I think we've done that bit one too many times on the podcast, but I can't get over
you
it.
can't stop doing it.
I know.
No, we'd blast. Who's the guy? Is it who is it again?
Don Spencer?
David Bowie.
David Bowie?
Or
You blast Bowie?
no, who's the one that sings
The Hamster Dance?
No.
Savage and Soldier Boy swing?
On a
No.
bed of nails.
Bed of Nails.
I'm gonna lay you down in a bed of roses. Who sings that song? Is it? It's not Billy Joel.
Bed of
No,
Nails.
it's not. It's a Billy someone.
Alice Cooper.
No.
Yes, it is. Bed of Nails, Alice Cooper.
Oh, maybe it was someone else I'm thinking of.
This one?
No.
Okay.
No, it's okay, who sings this song? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
Who's that? Who's that? Living on a prayer.
No, it's not.
It is. It's living on
Oh, it is. It's Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking.
I
of.
had to actually. Do you
I
know
don't
what?
I was thinking of
wouldn't have.
Billy Idol.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have actually gotten there unless I actually went to the chorus.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad you did that.
I
People
to.
would have just been screaming at us. I'm so sorry. I just had a massive mind blank.
Bon
Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to blast Bon Jovi. I don't know why,
Mm.
but we did. And we thought we were really cool because of that. We're just sitting
Yeah.
at the river
Bon Jovi.
blasting Bon Jovi.
See, I didn't. You know, it's really funny because it's like I did like a lot of people our age. Their parents were super into your Kiss, AC/DC, you know, like sort of like hectic rock music. But my dad, and this is kind of cute to think about it, but he just wasn't, you know, he was into the Beatles and Beach Boys and Elvis Presley. He was into very inoffensive music, you know,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny. He's also a lot older. Like he came up as a
Well,
kid
he's also
in
a
the 50s.
fundamentalist Christian.
He's a
so I guess
fundamentalist
that
Christian.
makes sense.
Yeah.
that it's
But,
inoffensive music choices.
Yeah, but
It's not exactly going to blast Marilyn Manson or
But
something.
it was interesting because it was like, you know, a lot of it came from my brothers, and the big sort of one that Darren was obsessed with was, and both of them as well, both Matt and Darren are obsessed with, is a little band called 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, yes.
And so Darren would blast this. Literally, he would be downstairs and he had a music system, like a sound system down there, and it would just, you'd be walking around in the kitchen and it was just like, just blasting.
God. Wow.
And I remember that scaring me, being like, I don't want to participate
This
in
is
that.
too much.
And now I fucking love 9 Inch Nails. But like as a kid, I was like, that's scary.
It would
But-
have been, yeah.
But the other, I got one more story. The other sort of, so the kind of like, the musical influence I think mainly came from Matt. Like I think early on it was, you know, the rock stuff. Darren was into the Chemical Brothers and the Prodigy as well, but not, I don't think as much as Matt, and certainly now not as much as me. It's funny, like it came from them, but I went way deeper with it, with my appreciation and my obsession with them. But the other thing that Matt got into, and I've got a story that's funny, was he really liked sort of 90s hip hop. Oh, they both really liked Cypress Hill,
Oh,
but
yes.
then they liked A Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Do you know them?
If you name a song, maybe.
This is probably their most famous one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cute.
And what was interesting was like when I heard this, like all of the rappers of the 2000s, I just never really got into. Like, you know, 50 Cent and like all of that sort of era. I liked some of their songs, but just like gangster rap, it never appealed to me because I loved this.
Didn't
and
like
this
Candy
is
Shop.
I just thought these guys were so much cooler. Do you know what I mean? I just thought A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. I just thought all of those guys were so much cooler because they wasn't rapping about like, yeah, I'm fucking, look how sick I am. Look how
Titties. And
oh yeah, titties. All the chicks
club
want to
and-
fuck me. Like they were singing about like really cool, easy and interesting stuff. Or they were rapping about it. And I remember I was at a party.
like, you know, wanting, like asking if he can kick it. And
Well,
them
asking if he
saying,
can kick it, and
"Sure."
then them responding and saying, you know, and them saying that
Much
you
cooler
absolutely can.
Absolutely.
You know?
Kick it, man.
Well, no, it was very.
No, I'm not making fun of.
It was very sensual as well. I remember being at a party, right, and you know, I think because I got there early, I was like in charge of the music for a minute, and I was like, oh yeah, and I had like a mixed CD of like a bunch of rap and stuff songs that I like the Fugees and A Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and like all of this kind of stuff.
Bon Jovi.
No, imagine Bon Jovi just mixed in the middle.
Go perfectly.
It's like this. It's like, yeah. All right, guys. Now, they're just completely changing the vibe. But I remember I was playing something like it was probably, I don't know, something like this. You know, and I was thinking like, yeah, we're all vibing. Like it's a good time, this
So
rap.
you played the music at the
I played the
party?
music. We were at this party. It was kind of early on and
You
all this
chose
kind of
the
stuff.
music.
I chose the music.
Okay.
Everybody was fine. We're all vibing. And then it was at Katie's party. And then a
Yeah.
bunch of her... She was always friends with older boys.
Of
You know, when you go to
course.
fucking high school and you're a guy that's friends with all the girls, they always they're friends with the older boys. And they come in, they're like, oh, champ, how are ya? How you doing? Yeah.
Totally discredit
And
you.
you're just like... You're just like, oh, fuck off, dude.
I'm their age. You're not.
Age. Why are you here?
Get out of my territory.
They'd always ruin anytime any of those older cunts came to the party.
You're just
it
like,
would just
"Eye roll."
fucking ruin it. Yeah, you're just like, oh god, not these
Got no
douchebags.
chance again.
Yeah. But I just remember, you know, this. I'm vibing. Everyone's
Okay.
going, having drinks, whatever. And then this guy comes up, and he was actually, to his credit, he was quite nice. He was like, oh, hey man, do you mind if I change the music?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
Sorry, who are you?
Sure. I was like, sure. And I was a little bit bummed out because I was like, oh, no one
Enjoying this.
no one likes my music. And then he's like, thanks. And he puts it on. And then he's just like, and everyone's sitting there like,
"These are my
yeah,
least
bop
favourite."
And they're all bopping their head and shit. And I was like,
Not 2000s rap artist.
yeah.
Who was that? Tupac?
50 Cent.
Oh, I love how you say 50 Cent. You're supposed to say 50 Cent, aren't you?
Maddie, 2 seconds ago, you said it was Tupac. You thought he was Tupac, and then you're like, you're saying the name wrong, Daniel. You're saying
You
the
say
name
it so
wrong.
formally, like 0.5 of a dollar.
$50. That was $50. I don't know what he wants me to bloody call him. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck did he want me to call him? I don't know. But yeah, that's my
It's very cute.
You
Well,
know.
yeah, I feel like we got a well-rounded picture there.
yeah. Oh, the very last thing I'll say. She wants to get
Come
the
on,
fuck
I want
out
to
of
go.
here. I know. I just want to talk about my first concert.
Okay, I won't interrupt.
It's not. No. There's no real story. But I was just like, if the question comes up of my first concert, it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers with
My God,
James.
I was really, really needing to find that out. Thank God you said it. I was dying to know. In case the question comes up.
And then I go, oh, one more thing, and you just go, let me out of here! I'm in a prison. How? You just start screaming help to the neighbors. I'm like, oh, and actually, just before we go, another announcement. You go, help! I'm being trapped in here. I shouldn't yell that too loud.
Yes, stop.
Our neighbors are gonna. Sorry, false alarm.
No, apparently if you're actually in trouble, you're supposed to yell fire because no one responds to anything else.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
no, sorry. I feel,
No.
I feel rude now.
why? There was no story.
I am enjoying this. I don't want people to think that I'm not.
I mean, I am being held against my will. No. I know.
Did
no,
you
look.
enjoy the concert?
Yes, but we were so far up the back. It was at one.
Oh, you were in the nosebleed section.
Yeah, it was in. Oh, that's another song.
I was wondering if
listened
you'd
to
pick that up.
I listened to that song 50 billion
That's
times.
Cypress Hill, isn't it?
Oh my God, Maddie, what are you doing? No,
Who is it?
it's Hilltop Hoods.
Of course. Close enough.
No, it's not. One's Aussie, the other's American. They're different eras. They're different genres. That's like saying
They both have hill in it. What do you want from me?
all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, thanks for listening. Good night, kids.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Please rate us 5 stars and message us what your favorite music was or something. I don't fucking know.
Or something. just message us. We're lonely.
Fucking please. I'm not letting Maddie out of this podcast until someone messages us.
Follow us on TikTok and Insta.
Yeah, follow us on TikTok and Insta and,
Send us
whatever.
an email if you like.
All right. Keep it for the nosebleed sections.
You forgot our sign off.
Good night, kid.
Good night,
No, wait,
kids.
you go first.
No,
Sorry.
I already said it. This is turning into a very messy ending.
You want to say it again?
Good night, kids.
Good night, kids. Should we do 10 more minutes?